to top it all off, the writer said, "You know what? Let's make him king." Somebody take Dark Sister and stab me. Chop my head off.
I forgot about that. I literally forgot about that.
You will never be forgiven. That is the most annoying thing. You know, there's so many annoying ththings. I keep saying this is the most annoying thing. This is the most. But honestly, I can't even talk about it anymore. I'm gonna get heated.
It just snowballs. Dun, 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 dun,
I thought you were gonna
we're gonna get copyrighted because it's so accurate.
Exactly.
Netflix. No. Sorry.
Netflix. Wow.
Because we just talked about Bridgerton. Okay.
HBO Max.
But
actually,
Max,
just Max now.
Just Max.
I'm sorry.
Max will.
I hate that it's just Max now.
Max will sue us because of how accurate that was. So if you guys know,
bro,
like, we're not crazy, right? We're not.
Bro, our upstairs neighbors, they're learning to step. They're wrestling. They're currently hammering.
They're mad.
Something.
They're mad. Wait, let me get the Swiffer.
Do you think it's upstairs?
I'm gonna get the Swiffer.
Ooh, do it. She broke the Swiffer. Anyways, after we had a great intro, but anyways.
It's just Shrek and Fiona are living upstairs.
They are, but I don't even think Shrek and Fiona would be that loud. You know what? They'd be considerate.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, especially Fiona.
I'm about to leave a note. Anyways, guys, welcome back to Fandom Roamer Cafe. What are we talking about this week?
If y'all don't know that intro is from the Game of Thrones show. It is on Max. Have you heard of it?
Probably not. No.
Probably. It's like this niche. Oh my god, my toe showed. I gotta blur that.
I'll blur that. I'm gonna zoom into it.
No, but like, okay.
It's
like indie, like they're up and coming. Like
it's actually been like out for almost 15 years.
Wow, that's crazy.
Actually, that's true. Actually, it premiered like 15 years ago. Oh my god, it premiered 15 years ago. I think 2010.
Wow.
But yeah, we're gonna be talking about Game of Thrones because if you know, you know, House of Dragon season 2 is right around the corner, which is so funny because it's 2 days before or after Bridgerton Part 2.
Before. It's the same day.
It's the 16th, right?
It's the same day. Yes.
I thought there was a day difference.
I don't think so.
Max does like weekly videos, obviously, or not videos, weekly episodes. So I think they choose Sundays to be their Game of Thrones day because that's what it used to be.
Is that what it is? It's Sunday.
It was always Sundays back in the day. I'm pretty sure. Guys, don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Sunday. So I think they're keeping the same trend for House of Dragon because season 1 was the same.
Okay.
It was like a new episode every single week. House of Dragon season 2 premieres Sunday, June 16th at 9 p.m. on HBO Max.
I knew it was Sunday. PST? Oh, ET.
Eastern.
Okay, Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern. That's how it always was. They do it really late. Game of Thrones is always a late night show because it's a show for adults.
No, and they're considerate. They're working Sundays, and most things in America close early on Sundays. So I think they're considerate, right? As they should. Publix closes.
But we all work the next morning, Mondays.
That is correct.
But yeah, no, it says
Twitter's gonna blow up.
So Bridgerton Part 2, I think, is Thursday because we were talking about that with our friend yesterday. Yeah, which is the 13th, I guess. Let's discuss the elephant in the room. Guys, I have to break the news. This is my man. This is I can't say baby daddy because I'm not. This is my bae, my one and only, my one less lonely girl. No, but the real elephant in the room. This is a new setup. You guys tell us if you like it or not. We're just trying to do a more laid back, chill type of setup.
Yeah, because I think sometimes I myself put myself in a very high standard. Like, oh, I want to be like all these content creators doing podcasts and stuff. But it's like I tend to I need to humble myself. I'm a college student and I'm doing this for fun. They're doing that as a full-time job.
Right.
So it's like I want to have fun and also make it feel like you guys are sitting in the living room with us, sitting at the kitchen with us, talking about just literally talking shit about the fandoms that we're currently roaming with.
Yeah.
So
which, speaking of,
oh great!
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm
Speaking
that
of,
girl.
why don't you go first? Because we literally, for context, we just filmed our last episode like 2 or 3 days ago. So like maybe our roaming with hasn't changed too much, but. Who are you like roaming with? Like music, books, TV, like anything new that you're watching or seeing?
Yeah, so I'll start with I found 2 new podcasts. The first one being Upstairs Neighbors, which is like so ironic because like they're fucking our upstairs neighbor are oh my, they're so annoying. But that podcast is so funny. I'm picking up their link. I binge watch all their they're new. They've only made I think 17 episodes.
Oh, so they're really new.
They started this year. Bro, I've picked up their lingo so much. Type shit, hold space for me. But another podcast I been seeing so many reels of them is Emergency Intercom, where
there's the one with
their ceiling fell, and I said I gotta watch them.
That was so funny when I saw it out of context. But then you saw the video. We saw the
video. The whole video.
And you said it was staged.
It was somehow it was staged, but I went on their YouTube and they got a set.
But how was that staged? The whole like. For me, it's like they're good actors. Then
they're good, but we don't. Like I said, we don't know like anything going on in the studio. But like, yeah, they have a studio and stuff. But I'm starting to listen to them. I'm watching their episode with Conan Gray. Very good. So that's the podcast I'm listening to right now. And I'm also roaming with K dramas again. I'm watching Marry My Husband on Prime.
Girl is down bad.
No, because at first,
oh my
the
God,
love interest he low-key pissed me off. Like he gave me the ick. I hated him. He grew on me. You know why? Because he's wealthy. Yeah! He is the CEO's grandson. I can't hear about this plot again because I want to elaborate it.
It's so ridiculous.
Well, all K-dramas are, but like it's cute. I really like it. It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn.
Of a telenovela.
It is. It's a slow burn. We are at. There's only 16 episodes, and I'm on episode 8. They still haven't even held hands.
This is not 100 episodes.
So that's what I'm currently running with.
Oh, that's it? Just K-drama?
Well, it's only been 3 days. Like it's
yeah, I get that.
Oh, last thing. Jin, my man, Jin from BTS, he's coming back on Sunday or Monday. I don't know if that's Korean time, like standard time, or American. I don't know.
He's completed his service.
He's completed it, and y'all.
But has he really? Because he's coming back to what?
Sir. You ain't that.
I don't know anything about K-pop groups. That's not my niche. That's her niche. Yeah. But I think it's so funny. Oh, they go into the military for a year. That I remember her telling me that last year, and now they're already.
But 2 years ago, when Jin was enlisted, I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? But time flies. But
those tears.
I'm really excited because this is a good segue with Miss Carpenter, who also released Please Please Please. BTS is gonna be so chaotic to get tickets for 2025 tour when they come back. I'm scared because it's gonna be a war. There's gonna be another war.
Another war
with Miss Sabrina going on tour allegedly as well.
I know. I don't care. I'll run over you.
I'm fighting bitches.
I'll hit you with my car for those.
Yeah, I'm fighting people.
I couldn't get tickets to go see her for emails I can't send, so I'm going to get tickets for this tour, whatever, the short and sweet tour, whatever it's gonna be called. But speaking of Miss Sabrina Carpenter. That's somebody I'm roaming with right now because she just released Please, Please, Please. That music video, oh my God. She shocked the world. And now everyone finds Barry hot again.
Wait, once again?
Y'all were attacking her. Y'all were, and us too, actually. We were attacking, but I wasn't really attacking him for the looks. I found out he had a kid. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's exactly why I was
we were attacking her for that, and also because he's a little older, this and that, but regardless of that, people are now saying, "Oh, is Barry's
kinda, and I was like, "Did y'all not?"
I'm like, guys, did you guys not watch? You were saying
Eternals when he
the fan edits.
No, because the character that he portrayed in Eternals is so lovey-dovey. Like it's so it's oh my gosh.
I only watched Eternals once when I went to watch it in theaters.
No, me too.
Well. Now, I was thinking about my man, my other man. Oh, not the Lannister. My Rob Stark. Yeah, I love him. I can't remember the actor's name, but you'll know Rob Stark, Prince Charming.
He ate Prince
He is
Charming's.
so charming.
He's that man. He is that man. But anyways,
Yeah.
so Miss Sabrina.
So please, please, please. Also, I'm gonna come out, guys.
Oh, Happy Pride!
I don't. Oh, right, Happy Pride.
Did we say Happy Pride?
No.
Sorry, guys. Happy Pride.
Yeah, Happy Pride. If we catch you being straight, you're out.
Yeah.
Happy Pride. But speaking of Pride, obviously Miss Chaperone. I literally just found out about an hour ago that because the New York Gov Ball festival was today, and she performed a new song called Subway. Ooh, she going to Subway getting that 12-inch sandwich.
She's, oh God, I love her.
But she performed Subway, and then obviously Sabrina was there too. Got to see that. But speaking of music, the pop girlies, when I was saying I was coming out, I meant I don't like Gracie Abrams.
Guys, I'll take.
Okay, it's not that I don't like her.
We don't roam with her.
I don't ever really roam with her. I don't really. The only time I really got introduced to her when she opened for Taylor, because I went to go see Taylor for the Eras tour last year, and Gracie opened for her. And I just didn't click. She wasn't giving me what I needed from an opener. But she just released her song Close to You for her new upcoming album. And I'm giving her music a chance because she's once again my opener for when we go in October. But I'm not gonna lie, it hits. Close to You, it hits. But you know why? Because it reminds me a lot of a Lorde song. And that's why. It literally reminds me of a Lorde song. Yeah, and then last thing I'm roaming with, I'm not really watching TV shows or anything. I've been watching a lot of YouTube. But I am reading a new book because I finished Carrie Soto's back. I'm reading Happy Place by Emily Henry, because she's one of my favorite authors. Mm-hmm. I really, really love Emily Henry. But I didn't get to read Happy Place last year because they only sold it in hardcover, and I don't want to buy it hardcover, okay? Is it a crime? No, I'm not paying $10 extra to read a book uncomfortably. I don't like it. I like folding my paper back, okay? And what about it? But yeah, I'm reading Happy Place by Emily Henry, and then I have to read her new one that just came out this year. Girl pumps out books.
She's
book
that
after
girl.
Book after book.
But when is she releasing a movie? Question mark.
I don't know. It would be so cool to see an Emily Henry book adapted into a TV show.
I know it's gonna be colorful. I know that the color grading is gonna be so nice.
I personally would like Beach Read to become a movie.
The first one she makes.
I think it's one of the more interesting ones to make. Like, it's that classic enemies to lovers.
Let's make it.
They're like not work enemies, but kind of. But they have a history, and it's like,
let's do it.
Classic rom-com. But I'm saying, like, that would be a great one for them to like take and make into a movie.
Us.
Oh, you have budget? I don't know. I didn't know you had budget.
You
got money? You got guap?
And that's when you learn how to crowdfund. To those I don't know, if you're new, we are film students, so that's why I keep insisting, like, let's do it. Yeah,
that's why we're so freaking annoying when we review TV and movies.
Yeah.
Because that's what we study. Yeah. People out there and be like, you can't study film. Okay, well, shut up. Anyways, but yeah, that's who I'm roaming with. I'm not really, like, music-wise and book-wise. Anything else? Any other person?
That's it. That's all I got for now. All right. Okay.
Oh, don't mind me. Just cleaning the dust off of my man. He sits on my bookshelf. He has been there for at least a year, so he needs to be cleaned. But he's never been out of the box. We're going to be talking about Game of Thrones, as you can see. Now, don't be fooled. I don't like the Lannisters, okay? The only Lannister that I like is Tyrion. And maybe Cersei kind of serves... I don't think I can say this word on the internet, but Cersei kind of serves the C word, you know?
Bleep. Y'all know.
Yeah, she serves because, I mean, she a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch.
Oh my god, her character development is insane.
Also, the actress is just so talented.
Oh my gosh.
But we'll get
okay.
So we're gonna talk about Game of Thrones. I've been a fan of Game of Thrones for at least 6 years now, because when it first got on TV, I was too young to watch it. I was like 8 years old, so obviously can't watch Game of Thrones. When I was about 16 years old, I finally was like, okay, I'll watch it. I was starting to get into fantasy, this and that. And then I watched it and my whole life changed, because Game of Thrones has so many good things about it. I know the controversy, guys. We'll talk about the controversy with the ending. But Game of Thrones in its prime was one of the best TV shows being put out in the early 2010s. Okay, it's probably one of the best shows of the 2010s. Okay, it's a great show.
I would say, as of now, it is top. I would say top 10, maybe top 25.
I would put it. The only thing I would like really that has brought so much like viral like for stuff like sci-fi fantasy. The only thing I could compare it to is something like Stranger Things, like that same amount of hype and like that people are dying to watch. The thing with Game of Thrones is that it was during still like primetime TV where it was week by week, so people were like getting to. Do you remember the YouTuber Lily Singh?
Of course.
She would literally have parties with her friends. I remember watching Lily Singh when I was younger on YouTube, and she would talk about her watch parties of Game of Thrones with her friends. Literally for season finales, they would be getting dressed up in costumes and that to watch Game of Thrones. Like, it was a worldwide phenomenon. Like, people loved that show so much. So it was super fun to finally get to watch it now that when I was older. And I think I've rewatched it about 4 to 5 times since. One kind of including with her halfway. She finished it by herself though, because it took you how long to finish?
Like 6 months. Okay,
she has valid reason though.
I do, but you finish your thoughts.
No, that's really my thoughts. Like that's my first experience with Game of Thrones when I first started watching. She's more of a new, very new person to the world. She actually, I feel like you know more about House of Dragon than Game of Thrones, like, because House of Dragon is currently happening. Like,
yeah, no, for sure, and it's. In a way, okay, so I've always known about Game of Thrones. It, like, trust me, it's not like I've refused to watch it, but, like, I've always been an internet kid, so I wasn't really into shows. Like, the only shows I would watch were, like, Vampire Diaries or 90210 or, like, all, like...
See, I've never seen 90210.
So. Like, the reboot, not the one in the 90s. Like, the reboot one with Matt... Launter, whatever, the one that Anakin voice actor, the Clone Wars.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've never seen the 90210.
So I watch like stuff that you would watch like as a tween, as a teenager, on Netflix. So with that being said, like
I don't know, I liked fantasy though, so that's probably why.
And that's the thing, like I don't even know, I was such a weird kid because I was online, but I was in a weird. With that being said, I knew about it, and it was in 10th grade when the season 8 finale was happening. Like y'all. Like, I got chills. It's like the same impact Infinity War and Endgame had. In 10th grade, that year, 2018, y'all, let me tell you, I remember my English teacher, she said, all right, guys, episode 1 is premiering tonight. If y'all open y'all's mouths about it tomorrow, I will fail you.
That's so funny.
But obviously it's a joke, but, like, it shows...
But no, the intensity of like,
and every week,
because that's the year that I joined the fandom. I was about 16. That's the year that I joined the fandom when it was the last season.
Yeah.
But like, I obviously wasn't caught up yet, even though I binged the whole thing. But
it's just like the culture of the fandom itself. It's a lot to like jump in on it to really catch up. Like I'm still learning about stuff about Taylor to this day. Like there's so much lore about any fandom. So with that being said, I remember it was the second to last episode of the season, and my teacher was like, I don't want to talk about it, y'all. Can we talk about anything else but Game of Thrones, please? I'm not in the mood.
Because she knew, like the rest of the world, that the writers, D&D had fucked up.
And then the finale came around, and she was like, y'all, if any of you guys speak about the finale that we just saw, I will kick you out without hesitation. And it was just like I was a freaking pick me and stuff in high school. So but I wasn't like extroverted pick me. Like I had like internalized that stuff because I was like, who watches Game of Thrones? Like y'all are so weird. Y'all are so annoying.
Oh my God.
And that's just the people I surrounded myself with. This the type of media I consume online.
Girl, beach girl.
Ugh, Visco girl, Tumblr girl stuff.
Girl, that's perfect. Yeah.
So girls. With that being said, then I moved to Orlando and I was like, oh my God, I opened my eyes to actual good media. And my roommate convinced me, as she usually does. She's like, girl, if you don't sit the fuck down and watch this show. And I'm like, okay, damn, okay.
Like, sit down.
And
like, nobody wants to sit down and watch TV shows these days.
No one. No, the media, the lack of attention, the attention span is whack.
Yeah, because a lot of people struggle to get into shows like Game of Thrones or stuff like Star Wars or Dune, you know, those big sci-fi world building type of shows. And it's like, you guys that is what makes it fun. That's what makes the sequel movies or like the later seasons fun, because it's building a world that you get to know the characters and this new place that doesn't exist in where you live. Like that's what makes it fun. I understand it's not for everybody, but I just think that if people would give it a chance, the majority of the population would enjoy it. But that's why it was so beautiful because you got to watch it every week. You know, back then they got to watch it every week. They weren't sitting and binging. It's not a show that in a way you can really binge because, you know, you got to give it time. You got to let things soak in. And I get it, bro. Watching the pilot with someone is so funny because I've already watched it like 5-6 times. Like, so I already know who everyone is. But a first like time viewer, like when we watched the pilot together, it was so funny. Like, who's this? And like, wait, who did he push out the window? And like,
it's just
wait, are they like it's even hard to like realize that, oh wait, they're brother and sister. Like,
there's too much there's too much being
it's a
fed
lot
to
of families. You're getting introduced to like the 3 main families already in the first episode. You know, you're getting introduced to like the key characters of the season, so it is harder to pick up. But what I love the most about season 1 is that even though it's harder to pick up the characters, you know which ones to connect with, like Ned specifically, because he's the catalyst for the rest of the show. You know, his death. Again, spoilers throughout this whole video, but I'm assuming if you clicked on the video, it's because you're also a fan of Game of Thrones.
To an extent,
To an extent, so.
Or currently watching it, so
it's been out for 15 years, guys, watch it.
Yeah, but I would say the one thing we'll leave a spoiler warning for is discussing the finale.
That's why I feel like we kind of touched a little bit on like why it was so successful and popular in that sense. Like, it just created like a cult in a sense.
A cult following. Since
which
like
is,
I would say since Walking Dead.
Yeah, I mean it was around the same time because Walking Dead came out in 2010.
Yes, yes.
So it's the same type of vibe, you know. Nothing compares to those early like 2010 shows, you know.
But anyway.
But yeah, you can see why it's very popular, and it's obviously the genius behind it all, George Martin. Which, George, when are you gonna finish your books, George?
Someone honestly stop the projects, finish the book.
Some say that's the downfall of Game of Thrones because George never finished the books.
Yeah,
and it's true because after season 5, they had no book material to work with anymore. The writers had no more book material to you know put into the world, so they had to basically. I don't know if it's true that they worked with George to finish writing the show, but they took with what they had in their conversations with George to finish writing what they thought was their best, you know, conclusion to the show. But there's so many rumors about the conclusions of the show. It was supposed to be a 10-season show. They ended up cutting it to 8, making the last 2 seasons, cutting 2-3 episodes, only being 6.
And here's the thing. Let me speculate. Let me bring up.
You know why though? I've told you why.
No. I know why. But I'm thinking about it.
Stupid brothers went to go work on Star Wars. They didn't even get
They didn't even get to do it. But with that being said, I think George did have some type of like surface level like bullet points of where he wanted it to go, but maybe D&D were, for all we know, it could have been D&D they didn't agree with it. Well, George was like, here, I don't have the stuff finished, but this is where I kind of want things to go. Like, you can be creative with it, but I'm giving you a pathway.
I think so. I think that's definitely valid, at least for season 6. But beyond Winds of Winter, which would be season 6, I really don't think George had an idea. I really think the only thing George knew was like his main character, Jon Snow, where he knew like where he wanted his character to go. But I think that D&D really fucked up. They fucked up every character arc. I don't think there's a single character arc that I was less satisfied with by the end of season 8. Not one character. Every single one felt forced or disappointed, or you just basically the whole like Jamie. I'll use Jamie as an example. You guys, they took Jamie and his whole character arc, like for the first 5-6 seasons was like he's redeeming himself. You know, he's coming from this. He's not just this asshole guy who, you know, pushes kids out of windows. You know, there's stuff for him to. He's becoming more human, to the human level, especially with his relationship with Brienne. So that's why. And then in season 8, they take it and they backtrack it, and he goes and like says, actually, no way, I was never this person, and he goes to die with Cersei. Like, I don't know. There's Jamie. I use Jamie as an example because that is the one that I think disappointed fans the most, besides Daenerys and besides Jon. Like, one of my biggest critiques of season 7 and season 8 is that why are we're time travelers now.
Oh, that
one scene they're on the freaking army, the not Dothraki, the other people without the the Unsullied, brain fart. The Unsullied, like Daenerys' army. 1 second they're with Daenerys in Dragonstone, and then the next 2 scenes later they're at the gates of Casterly Rock.
That's
crazy. Like weeks journeys. And that's what makes me upset. Like, I know it's a small thing, but that's what made a lot of fans upset. It's that you're speeding up the process of the show when in season 1 it literally took Arya and it took Ned, Arya, and Sansa like 3 episodes just to get from Winterfell to King's Landing.
And that's one thing, like, clearly the showrunners, the screenwriters, they literally forgot about that, because that's important to establish.
Yeah, it's like they forgot about the world they wrote.
If time, like, let's say if time traveling is now relevant, it's like whatever you want to get them to establish that in season 1. Show that's like, then that journey, that time, like it feels like actual human time being portrayed on the screen. If that's relevant, you establish that in season 1. So then in season 7 and season 8, when that comes around, it's not a punch in the face.
It's like they just rushed everything at the end because they were rushing the show. They were rushing the storylines, you know, because there's certain storylines that I'm not upset with, like Daenerys going mad. I'm not upset with that. I actually really liked the concept of it, like that it went to, in the end, it really like got to her. Like I love the saying about Targaryens that like a coin is flipped every time a Targaryen is born, meaning they're gonna be mad or like a good humble king. And like you see that a lot with House of Dragon, which is what I love about House of Dragon. But with Daenerys, I liked that, like that the journey basically ultimately, like her father, drove her mad, like the power and like wanting to take over. So I didn't have a problem with that. The problem was the rushing again. You watch that develop in like 2 episodes, in the last 2-3 episodes.
I felt like a switch.
Like yeah, exactly. It felt like a switch. It didn't feel like, oh, we can see it progressively happening over time. Like, no, it's just one day she was, oh, I don't want to be the queen of Ash and whatever, and then 2 episodes later she's burning down King's Landing. Like, those are the types of things that make me upset. It's the way that they were written out and the way that they were rushed, because again, the brothers, the writers, D&D, thought they were going to be working on something else, and well, that didn't turn out good either anyways. Okay, to not rant too much about the ending, because I could talk about that for hours. I have talked about it for hours with Issa, even though she's like not as knowledge, I still be ranting.
No, but so, like even then, I having just, oh wait, are we just jumping right into the
no.
Okay. No, but okay. So once again, I really liked that arc of Daenerys going to Westeros, because I feel like that's where, like, okay, shit is what I was hoping. Shit was going down for real.
It was gonna get political. It's gonna get debate. Like the beauty of what Game of Thrones was in the beginning. Again, the same. Not just, oh, let's fight war, dragons.
No, but she's there to do business. She's like, I don't care. Y'all settle the fuck down. I got my big boy dragons behind me, and I'm your queen. It's that simple. Like, I wanted to see the political aspect play out, not only the war. Obviously, that is a huge part of it.
And also, the story of the White Walkers. All of that
is like
of them having to come together because they're coming, and that's like Jon's number one thing. I know a lot of people hate this, that Jon and Daenerys, the whole Jon and Daenerys thing. But I also was not opposed to that. Okay, maybe I fucking love Jon and like whatever. But I was never opposed to that either, because it does create tension. It does create a, like, you love this person, but like he's a Targaryen, like he has more claim to the throne than you do now.
Oh wait, that's the guy, like,
because he's a legitimate. He's not a bastard.
That is when Emi told me that.
That's what makes me the most. That's actually that might be my number one contender. Jon Snow's storyline. The reveal of his parents,
that was
the gag of the century. People were in uproar in bars
and sports bars at Miller's.
People were going crazy, because that's something that we've been wanting to know for years. Like, obviously, it's one of the biggest things. But then for the writers to not do a single thing with it. We found out Jon Snow is the rightful heir to the crown of Westeros, okay? And the writer said, actually, let's just make him a little bitch boy that is gonna be like, no, I'm just giving it to Daenerys. And I'm not like, be serious. That's not who he is. Oh. And just for Jon's storyline to then go and be like, he's going back to the Watch. Going back to the Watch, there's no need for a Watch anymore. The White Walkers are defeated. The White Walkers are dead. The only reason the Night's Watch was created in the first place was for the night to protect Westeros from the White Walkers. The White Walkers are dead. So why are we?
Hi guys, this is Emi editing. I just wanted to kind of clear up what I was talking about here because I was kind of ranting, but what I was specifically trying to talk about was the plot line of him being the prince that was promised. That's what I was trying to get to about with Jon's character, that the writers didn't use his whole prophecy about him being the prince that was promised. And that's what I was trying to say, but I never even said the phrase once. But that's what I was trying to talk about. I think that's what fans were the most upset about when it came to Jon, that like his legacy about the prince who was promised never was fulfilled. And then obviously us watching Arya kill the Night King and it not being Jon in some, big battle. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and say that because I thought that was important to mention. And also the whole episode about the long night, that's also a big topic that we didn't talk about, but just my little thoughts about it. I obviously didn't like it. I think that the long night could have been a whole season in itself, and that would have been amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. Okay, bye.
And that's what makes me so mad. Like
the puzzle pieces and fit.
Out who his parents are was such one of my favorite things of the show.
Insane.
It's one of my favorite things because
God, I get chills.
I love that you're still connected, like Ned being someone just from season 1 that you still miss Ned, and then you still see his love and care for Jon and how much like Ned gave up the most valuable thing in his life, which was his honor and his loyalty to protect Jon for his sister. And that's just, it's so beautiful, and I love it so much. I think it's so well written, but like for the writers to then not use it at all, not use that as a form of tension, not use it as a between Daenerys and Jon now that they're in love and they're finding out that, well, it doesn't really matter if they're related because this show, nobody cares they're related, but
that was irrelevant.
That's like the least of their problems,
Yeah.
But finding out that like now she has this obstacle is like the man that she loves is an obstacle, or like, it just gives it more dynamic, and they didn't do a single thing with it.
And also for him to have the anxiety of like, I gotta tell someone.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Why were we as the audience told 20,000 times after? Like, what's it called? We saw it through Bran. That's the first shock. That was like, but then we see Bran tell Sam, and it's like, okay. And then we see Sam tell Jon, it's like, okay. And then Jon tell Daenerys. It's like, damn, like, we don't need all that. It would have been more cool to see, like, okay, Bran sees it, and then from there, like, maybe, like, he does tell Sam, which I don't understand why he tells Sam, but Sam found out, actually. Sam found out who his true parents are. But we don't need to see that conversation between Sam and Jon. It would have been cool to just be like, Jon now knows when we see that happening, and like him contemplating if he should even say anything, Yeah, I don't know why Bran went. That's
Bran, I'm so sorry.
And I already knew that was something George wanted. Like Bran's whole journey is that he's supposed to be the three-eyed raven, but irks me.
It was done poorly.
No, he irks me, bro.
That last season, I was like, Bran, someone do something to him.
Like he looks like he looks dead, bro. And like it's so annoying.
No, he's just like he's just sitting there, and he's like, I'm the three-eyed raven,
bro.
I can't feel shit.
Yeah, like what the hell? Like
if even then he should be. I feel like as a three-eyed raven, you should be you should be seeing shit that your body can't even like. How he was acting was like, I'm used to this shit.
It was making me so uncomfortable. And then to top it all off, the writer said, you know what? Let's make him king. Somebody take Dark Sister and stab me.
I literally
chop my head off.
I forgot about that. I literally forgot about that.
You will never be forgiven. That is the most annoying thing. There's so many annoying things. I keep saying this is the most annoying thing. This is the most. But honestly, I can't even talk about it anymore. I'm gonna get heated.
It just snowballs.
Let's talk about something positive.
Okay.
Okay, something fun. If you had to pick, which house would you be? Like, if you lived in that time, which house would you want to be associated with?
In that House of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, in the world of Game of Thrones.
No, but like because then there's House of Dragon.
No, but the same houses exist in House of Dragon.
I know, but like okay, for example, like in Game of Thrones.
Oh, the timeline.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
the
it's like
when
Game of Thrones. Okay.
Well, in general, you gonna ride or die for them.
You're
forever.
so right. I think. Ooh. See, the thing is, like, okay, if I was a House Stark, I would be separated, and I cannot be alone. But if I was a Targaryen, I would. Oh no, Daenerys would probably kill me. Oh, fuck, bro. Damn. Oh. If I was a Lannister, no, I don't want to be with my brother.
Rich.
I am rich, but then there's
what do you mean be with your brother? You're not Cersei Lannister. I'm just saying, which house do you like the most?
It's
not if you're gonna be Cersei Lannister.
I think I would honestly, Loki, be with the Lannisters.
Okay.
Tywin. I thought he's the dad. No.
That is the dad.
No.
Tyrion.
Thank you. Tyrion. I think me and him as siblings, we would have a gag. We would be the most alcoholic bitches in that show, but just having the time of our lives.
You don't drink alcohol.
They drink. No, not me in real life. No. We're talking about the show, right?
Yes, but you don't even take a sip of alcohol. You wouldn't be taking sips of alcohol back then. This is literally a Tyrion shirt. It says, I drink and I know things. Like, I literally only bought it because the only Lannister I like is Tyrion.
He's funny. Like, he's the life of the party.
He's a shit talker.
He's a shit talker at heart, and that's okay.
I'm a shit talker. That's why. Connection. But no, I think I'd be a Stark. I love the Starks. I always love the Starks. I literally... Like, I love the Targaryens too, especially after watching House of Dragon.
Oh, God.
But, like, I was like, I'm excited because in season 2 of House of Dragon, we're going to be getting Starks. And I'm like, I get to see some Starks, you know, the people that Ned and Jon and Lyanna and all of them come from, and Sansa, like, seeing those characteristics. Like,
because they're in season 1 of House of Dragon, they exist, but we haven't seen them.
Yeah, they exist, but there's... Okay. Literally, not even one interaction. They don't even come down to King's Landing.
Got it. Okay.
But in season 2, there's gonna be we've already seen like clips because one of Rhaenyra's sons, the one who didn't die, Jace was sent to Winterfell.
Correct. Yeah.
And Lucerys was sent to. Yeah.
That incredible.
People are so funny online. Like, why did he have to go? Like, you guys can just send a Raven? Like, damn, Rhaenyra, you're a bad mom.
But, like, valid.
I really have hope for House of Dragon because House of Dragon reminded me a lot of the best parts of Game of Thrones, you know, writing-wise and when it comes to the action and the characters and the plot and the depth. Like, it's just very refreshing to see that after all the garbage that we had got. Yeah,
because this season, from what the cast members, they need to put duct tape around their mouths because they're saying this season's gonna be crazy.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be very violent.
Well, the House of Dragon
lots of
season
action.
2 premiere just happened as well.
Yes, I'll speak.
We were eating it up because one of our faves, Miss Brittany Broski, got to. We like Issa was saying the other day. It's like we all just really lived through her. She got to first off meet one of her her men.
One of her men of the month from when she watched House of Dragon.
Yeah, the character who plays Aemon Targaryen, which is Max something, right?
I don't know. I don't remember his name.
But Aemon Targaryen, she got to interview.
I remember. I'm Team Black, even though I like green.
Nah, she's Team Green right now. This is kind of crazy. We didn't plan this, but Team Black right here, Team Green.
I am very much Team Black. Same thing with Brittany. I think deep down, she is Team Black, but she has to be Team Green.
Since day one, she's been saying Team Green, Team Green. But I don't know if it's for her man or what. But
I guess for the man.
She got to interview for Team Green while Teffy got to interview for Team Black.
Oh my God.
So it's funny because Brittany was like the first person that came to her mind. She wanted to meet was Matt Smith, but she can't interview him because he's obviously on Team Black. That man is so charming. He's so charming.
Bro. And then Twitter.
Y'all know what interview I'm talking about.
Twitter is so funny because later that night there was an article that was tweeted saying that he left a place with 3 blonde women. And he was paparazzi'd in a car in the 3 blonde women. Like in a separate paparazzi shot. I was like, he is so funny. He doesn't care. And I love that. Like, he's having fun. 3 blonde women. That is
he's really Damon.
No, but like that show, it just, oh gosh.
Favorite Damon hairstyle?
Are you asking me or are you gonna say it?
I'm asking you first.
I don't know.
Because the fans love the long hair. The fans love the long hair, but I personally love the episode 4 and 5, the short hair. The short hair.
The thing.
The scene when they're in the bar. The scene at the wedding, at Rhaenyra's wedding.
Crazy.
When he's like talking to her in
Crazy.
Valerian, and she's like, just take me to Dragonstone and marry me. Like, take me. And he's like, grabbing her.
Guys.
You know what? I'm just a girl.
How these...
Yeah, what's her name? Millie?
Millie?
The girl who plays young Rhaenyra. Her and Matt Smith have great chemistry.
Crazy.
And same with Emma Darcy and Matt Smith.
No.
They also have great chemistry.
Oh my god. That's what I was like, they
cast it very well.
They did so good. They did so good. Just everything about it.
It's great. I could talk about, again, from like deeper perspectives of just the plot and the characters. We could talk about the costuming, the locations, the CG of the dragons.
Holy crap.
It's amazing.
No, like it's...
The wigs. Y'all don't get it. The wigs.
Wigging. When I saw that they were wigs, I was like, there's no way, because their hair looks real and they're dyeing their hair every time on set.
They look so good. The wigs, everything. The costuming is like, the costuming and the sets is what's the most impressive to me. It's like Bridgerton in that sense. But for this show specifically, especially the sets and where they shoot on location. That's one of my favorite things about Game of Thrones. Was like where they shot, like in Scotland, in the Netherlands, in Iceland, like
everywhere.
They shot in so many different places.
They filmed everywhere to really immerse you as a viewer, but not only that, the actors themselves.
King's Landing is a real place. Like the streets that they shot at, I don't know what country it is, but those streets and everything, those are real places that they shot at. Like that's what I love so much about it. How real it feels. Like you really feel like you're there.
People like George, for you to not only create a world, but not only imagine it and execute it the way you genuinely see how in your mind is. You're like, yeah, that's, I said George, and like, it's George Martin, not George Lucas, because that could...
we're talking about
it works for both ways, but specifically with George Martin. It's like, for him to write these stories and draw them out, because there's what's the book for the House of Dragon based on? It's
just House of the Dragon.
Is that what it is? I thought it has a title to it.
It's just House of the Dragon, because House of the Dragon, the show, is only like 200 pages of the book. The book is like 1,000 pages long.
But the book is called House of Dragon.
It's not even a book. It's like a history book. It's written like a history book.
Got it.
It's written about literally from Aegon the Conqueror, from when he came from the faraway land and took over Westeros and everything, to up to the point of Daenerys.
Okay.
It's about the history of the Targaryens, how Westeros was created. Which is kind of a good segue, because that's like one of the shows that people want to see. Like George Martin had in the works like a spin-off about Aegon the Conqueror. Like about the first Targaryen, about the guy who came and took over Westeros. Or not took over, created Westeros, basically, in that sense, with the dragons. So I feel like that's I would love to see that type of show. But since they already kind of have a Targaryen central show, I don't see them doing that anytime soon at all. Or at least until this show is done. But I feel like that would be super, super cool. Like they could make like the House of the Dragon, Aegon's Conquest. You know? Like a spin-off of the spin-off, in a way.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things in the works that George Martin wants to do. The most popular one is that was in competition with House of Dragon, was the one Dunk and Egg.
Dunk and Egg.
Which, oh my god, I didn't know about the history of Dunk and Egg, because I thought it was about just some random knight, something about a knight, and a little boy. And I was like, that doesn't sound interesting. And then when I read what it was about, like I watched a YouTube video about the story of Dunk and Egg, I'm like, wait, I would want to see this. Egg is nicknamed Egg because it's Aegon. He's a Targaryen. And that Targaryen is, you remember the old man from Game of Thrones, from the Night's Watch? Where at the end when he's dying, he's like, Egg, Egg. That's his brother. Egg, Aegon, was that king.
Wow. Look at
And
that.
I was like, wait, that would be a really cool show to see because he had this relationship with Dunk, who was a knight, who came from a really poor family, kind of like Sir Kristen Cole type of vibes. She doesn't like Sir Kristen Cole. I don't think anybody
Okay,
does.
here's the thing. Episode 1, episode 2.
She was down bad. And it was funny. I was funny watching your reaction. You were so down bad. I was like, wait for the turn.
I needed a moment alone in the room when him and Rhaenyra were getting done with it. I don't know if I watched it with you.
That was a sexy scene.
I don't remember. I needed to be alone.
We watched the whole show together.
Oh yeah. I needed to be alone late at night watching this scene, candle lit. That
candle lit.
I needed him in that moment.
She did.
He is so. Well, that is my type.
And then when he
was fake as fuck. I hope her dragons bite his head off.
Right.
Both heads.
I hope
you
she
know
gets
what I'm
her
talking
like.
about?
I hope she gets her like revenge in a way.
You know what I'm talking about? Both heads. Sorry.
True. This one first.
Straight up.
But yeah, I hope there's just so many things I'm looking forward to with season 2 of House of the Dragon. I think they did amazing with season 1. I think they're going to keep up with the caliber.
But with that being said, I love the marketing that they're doing. They are bringing a fandom together and fighting together for a show it's so beautiful. Like this moment in time, it literally shows people like to join fandoms and to stop being a pussy bitch. Like literally stop being a hater, stop being a pick me, and join in on the fun. Like it's fun talking about what's popular nowadays. Like it is so much fun. What are you, team green, team black? Just from that context, people already know you are in on it. You know, that is a whole conversation. You wear that t-shirt out. Oh, girl, the amount of friends you'll be leaving. Ooh, it's so much fun. It is just so much fun. I cannot describe it. Like if you are part of fandoms, you understand the feeling of comfort. Like it's fun.
And it's a good show.
And it's a good show.
Like it's worth giving your time to watch.
Yeah.
You know, I think everyone should experience it. And even with all the negative attention back to Game of Thrones that it's gotten with its ending and everything, I still think it's a show that people should watch and experience for the first time. Because it shows you what not to do. It literally changed lives. It shifted a lot of what the culture in 2010 was.
Yeah.
You know, it had a really big impact. So I think it's worth it to watch it and be part of that history and like watch a great show. It's like what Stranger Things will be in like 10 years, in my opinion. I think Stranger Things is a great show.
I think Stranger Things is a great show, but because once again, it's how to explain this? It's set in our reality. It's not. It's not really, but it is. Like to an extent, it's set,
guess, but not really because it has that sci-fi element. It's like the same with Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
it's a sci-fi element that it's like if this happened in our time, you know, that's what sci-fi is though to me. So, whereas this is a period piece, but it's
like fictional.
It's fantasy, yeah, it's fictional.
Like it's fake, guys. Dragons are real. Hey, dragons are real. Dragons are real.
What color would my dragon be? My dragon would be red.
Yours red? I think mine would be
like correct.
Mine would be like a navy blue. Let me live. Once again,
navy blue.
Navy blue would be
scared. I don't even think that's a natural color they can have.
Just like the one from House of Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon, the Night Fury.
He's not blue.
Technically, he's
Toothless is black, baby girl.
But then he kind of has a blue shimmer. He has a blue shimmer.
I can still make the hell blue shimmer.
Okay, I don't even know what other bullet points. I mean, we didn't really touch base on the finale, just because the finale of Game of Thrones.
We did though a little bit. We talked about the last season as a whole. Yeah, it's just too much to like really go in depth. Like if I could, I would go.
All the what ifs.
I will go episode by episode and give you all the faults. But there's luckily already a guy on YouTube who does that.
Beautiful.
So you can go check him out. I don't remember his.
You'll find him.
Name, but you'll find him because he is a Game of Thrones like enthusiast. Like he knows all the lore. He does all the breakdowns. He gives you literally like episode by episode all the like plot holes. That's
the
one of
plot holes are so funny to me because I'm like, oh
Didn't you watch that?
I did.
Yeah,
yes.
that one's
and
also
he made 2 episodes. That's how many plot holes there are.
Yeah, and they're like an hour long each episode. So like, if you want to know more about that, there's people that are more capable and their head is not so jumbled.
Yeah,
because my thoughts go everywhere. I start getting pissed about everything.
Well, because it starts to unravel shit. Like, oh, this and this and this and this and this.
So definitely, check that person out.
Whatever he said, right.
Yeah. Well, he's just pointing out like the facts. Because there's videos where he gives his opinion, but he's just pointing out the facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely just, I could talk about it for hours. I've literally been talking about it for years to anybody who will listen. When I made my brother watch it, he was upset. Everyone is upset when they watch it. Like, it's just.
And that's the thing. It's like, you could see the comparison of when something is rushed and then when some people's egos are too high that no one tells them to, like, listen, what you're doing, you're making a mistake. For example, Game of Thrones, it was rushed. Everything about it was rushed. The ending was rushed. The sequels of Star Wars, baby girl, those were not rushed at all. They were not rushed. They were rolling out every other year, every 2 years. It was poorly written because they had too high of egos. Both Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams did not want to work together. That shows you the conflict. It's like at the end of the day, fans can have their own what ifs. I wish this happened, but at some point we all come to a cohesive idea of what we would like stuff to happen. Exactly. If not majority of people have an idea of what they wished would have happened, and it's
always going to be like that, though.
Yeah.
No matter how good a show is and how good its ending is, like, I hate to keep bringing it up, but Stranger Things is going to be a good example when the last season comes out. People, no matter how well it's written or whatever, people are going to have expectations. And we were really talking theories the other day about it. Like, oh, what main character do you think they'll kill a main character? Which one do you think they would kill? Why? Like, this and that, So it's like you have expectations for what the show might do and how they might end, especially an ending. I know it's hard to end a show. Oh, you know what you should watch? I can watch it here. They have the making of season 8, whatever. But, like, it's still really fun to watch because you see, like, the fans and stuff. And there's a lot of extras on the show who have been fans for years. And they've been, like, reoccurring extras. Like, they're in multiple scenes and they love the show so much. Like, and it's like that kind of love and passion. Do we have Game of Thrones?
Do we have House of Dragon faces, y'all, to be extras on the set? Do we have the face? Do we make the cut?
Do we give Regents?
Do we give a Westeros?
Imagine us with wigs, with the white wigs. Imagine.
I think
I've heard they're itchy. I've heard they're uncomfortable.
Well, because of the sweat and stuff.
Yeah, because the actual hair is underneath, and then you have to, like.
No, girl, I be touching my head like crazy.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I'd rather dye my hair at that point. Like, I'm so sorry. Like,
well, what's her face? Olivia Cook. That's her actual hair.
And Matt Smith too. He also dyed his hair.
Oh, he did.
I think for the short hair.
For the short hair, yes. But
the long hair is the wig.
The other ones are wigs, yeah. And then obviously for Emma Rhaenyra's, they're wigs, and I think all of them are wigs, honestly. Like, that long hair is crazy.
But guys, get us on that set. We could serve. I always tell her.
I was trying to just be an extra. I was trying to see how to sign up to be an extra just for Stranger Things. Because it's possible, but
everything is in Atlanta, and it's like
but it's not that far from us.
No, not only that. Unfortunately,
it's last minute.
It's literally week of auditions.
And we have jobs. We have jobs,
y'all.
So we kind of can't just call out last minute.
No,
I mean I could, but I get fired. I get points. So
yeah. No, but with that being said, that it would be so much fun. I always tell my girl, I could scream, I can run, I could give a plate to them.
Not even that. I could be in the back talking shit at the cafeteria with my 80s scrunchie. I could do it.
Oh, I'm talking about giving a plate, like, passing a plate on the House of Dragon, just in the back. I could serve a dinner scene. Are you kidding me?
Oh, like be the person serving the food?
I could do that. No, that's a little too much. I'm on screen with like the leads. I couldn't do that. No, I mean like a dinner scene, like in the big hall, like we have like the big gatherings. Oh and stuff. Yeah, I could serve. I could dance.
I would have so much fun just to be dressed up in the clothes and everything, and just be in the same room as like the leads. Like I think that's so fun.
I would love to do that.
But yeah, guys, that's our opinions on Game of Thrones and House of Dragon with it coming out. Tell us if you're Team Black or Team Green.
I'm gonna block every single one of y'all that say Team Green.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Give us your valid reasons for why you're Team Green.
When Rhaenyra and they're making love on the
They've
beach.
already done it, bro. They've already, I was gonna say.
No, that was the first time on the beach.
Yeah.
On the beach?
I liked the tension before, though.
On the beach! Why is it on the beach? Guys, I'm from Florida. Fuck the beach. Be so for real.
Literally, fuck the beach, bro.
That's what
I'm just kidding. I like the beach, but
No, to make love.
Oh,
to make love.
To do the dirty
on the beach.
I mean, I guess.
And that wardrobe.
Oh yeah, true. In those dresses and all the layers.
Be so for real.
That's why I really like that scene of when Rhaenyra has sex with Kristen Cole, and it's like with the realism of taking off all the armor.
That's a good point,
all the layers of the armor is so funny to me.
No, I love it, but it was in the bed and it was sexy. It was candlelight and everything.
Yeah,
like it was so beautiful. But girl on the beach.
Let's not get censored. Anyways, let's not get.
You're right. Anyway, yeah. we'll wrap this up. So
you guys tell us. We're gonna be doing a analysis / our opinions on House of Dragon season 2 once it's. We don't know yet. We're thinking either halfway through the season. Split it 5
we'll see
how
many thoughts we have, because if really
or the whole thing.
Yeah, because if you think about it, we have more thoughts on Game of Thrones than season 1 of House of Dragon from a general standpoint, because we have more stuff to consume about. So I don't know. Honestly, we might do 2 parts like Bridgerton.
Yeah, we'll see once we get there, because July is slightly stacked.
Yeah.
Oh no, but it would end in August.
Yeah.
But we got plans. We got things that we want to talk about, music-wise, movie-wise, Star Wars-wise again.
Yeah. But that one ends in
August as well.
I think first week of August, actually.
It does, yeah. I calculated it.
Gosh, yeah, y'all get ready.
But yes, we have things planned. Not just, I know we've been talking a lot more about TV and movie. We'll try to do something maybe music or even book related. I don't know if you guys are interested in book.
Yeah. Is it the fandom with books is mainly series?
Well, we were planning on talking about It Ends With Us. Which we did react to
the trailer on TikTok.
And it should be out by now, hopefully. Yeah. If I can edit it. But yeah. So just let us know if there's anything you guys want us to talk about specifically.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we have for today, y'all.
That is all we have for today.
We'll catch you on the flip side, the flippity of the flips.
We'll catch you in the upside down.
We'll catch you. We'll catch you, y'all, watching us riding a dragon.
No.
A navy blue one.
Oh my god, bro.